Yeah, you're good.
We're live right now.
Live.
All right. Episode 5,
5.
the PodRatz Podcast with Michael Patrick, tattoo artist from Pittsburgh. Say hello.
Hello.
Now, tell us about yourself. Give us a little rundown. People don't know who you are.
They don't?
I mean, some people don't, I'm sure.
Might not.
That's strange.
Better educate them.
I've
I'm
never
kind of
met-
an
met-
ordeal.
Yeah, you're a big deal. Educate them.
I don't know. I've been tattooing in Pittsburgh for about 10 years now.
Yeah.
Started off in the South Side and kind of worked my way around to my own private shop, and
Where's that at now?
it's in Dormont.
Subliminal plug right now.
Yeah, Milestone Studios, private.
It's good work. I got all my work done, my whole leg done by him. He's a very good tattoo artist.
You went to the one in Dormont?
I've been to all three of them. Every
okay.
tattoo shop he's been in.
Okay.
From the South Side to the
Yeah,
ghetto.
Jesters was that first one where you got your tattoo.
Yeah.
And he was there. And then that other place, what was it called?
Yeah, it was over in Garfield.
Yeah, Garfield.
Yeah.
It's deep. I never even been in there. I never been there before I went to his tattoo shop. But now you're in Dormont and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool shop. I like it a lot. He got all of his artwork on the walls.
It's pretty comfortable. It's just like my living room.
Yeah.
It actually is my living room. When I opened it, I just took everything that was in my living room.
You got like a nice
put it in
table,
there.
food
Yeah.
on, it's a chill spot.
Everything that wasn't black, I just spray painted.
Have you slept in there yet?
Not yet.
No.
No.
I would just stay there, say fuck it.
Dude, that window is way too big. Like, I feel like people would just
Yeah, it would be weird.
Look at you.
take me all day.
It's a legit huge window
Yeah.
right out front. It's the whole front side, but inside's cool. I like that shop the best. It's more personal, I feel.
It's definitely, that's what I was going for. Like, it doesn't have, you don't have to, like, run into some weird reception person. And, you know, I mean, there's nothing to hide. When you walk in there, it's me. I'm in the middle of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have anybody that works out of your shop with you? Or you
No,
just-
not
just
at
you?
the moment. Just me. Unless I find someone that needs work that is equal or greater than me.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't want to have
Bad
you know,
stuff.
Yeah, even someone that you would call like hit or miss. You don't even want someone that's hit
Yeah,
or
because
miss.
people like you hear about, like, I'm sure all of us know someone who has a shitty tattoo, and we don't associate. We say we're definitely not going there.
Yeah.
Like fuck
Yeah.
that.
You don't want the
Few-
chance of
few
that.
people.
Tattoos are you get what you pay for, and it's definitely worth
You
it.
know what? I was actually having this conversation the other day. Someone was telling me that they paid like $150 for something that probably took the guy a half hour.
Yeah.
So she like paid way more.
Yeah. Well, you can't be an
Yeah.
idiot too. Get what you
Yeah.
pay for, but you
Yeah.
can't be an idiot. Do your research.
Yeah, it's just a matter of people like I don't know, just being able to rush through. Like if they quote your price, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well that's what I'm charging you now. I just need to run through this. And
My experience, well, I heard about you because a good probably 10 of my friends are tattooed by you and have work done, and all of them are awesome. I like them all, and they all talked to me and said you were an awesome dude, but you were very personable whenever I came to you with my idea. Like, I talked to you on Facebook, and you always got back in touch right away.
Dude, well, it's
We
because you
made
have a
it
great
happen.
idea.
I know, I was...
I couldn't. That's
All
the
right,
greatest idea
so,
ever.
The
actually.
Monster Squad, did I make you watch that movie yet?
Nah, I still haven't seen it.
I've
have you
never seen
Oh,
it.
dude, I own it.
Oh,
Yeah,
The minute
it's
it
that
came
good.
on
Okay.
TV,
Yeah, I've
So
never seen it.
it's my
It tells
favorite
me to
movie
watch it.
ever, and I had no idea. I Facebooked him and said, "Hey, I want to get like a sleeve of the Monster Squad." I was like, "You probably don't know what that is. It's a shitty movie from like the '80s about monsters and stuff like that."
When did that come out? What?
The 87
Yeah, it was.
came out in 1987. There's no big name in it, just the mom.
Who?
She was the mom in the Goonies too.
Yeah.
But I Facebooked him, and he Facebooked me back. He said, "Dude, that's my favorite movie." He was like, "Fuck yeah, let's make this work."
Yeah.
And
The only thing better, he could have asked for like a Legend of Billie Jean sleeve.
Legend
that
of
would have
Billie
been that would have been just as equal.
So I knew that it was meant to be. I went to know. He was the first person I talked to, and with him, because like I don't know a lot of people that know that movie. So with him saying that he liked it, it was fucking awesome. And it's cool because like he knows he's seen that movie a shitload too. So he like kind of has an idea of how everything should go.
Yeah.
I'm the happiest with my leg. Like
Is
it's
it
still
almost
not
done?
Yeah.
No, not
How
yet.
many more do you think we have? One or two?
I feel like we have one more good session left. I mean, everything that's on, it's finished.
Yeah, and we just gotta.
How long are your sessions?
They go pretty long sometimes.
The last one I did, we did what 7 hours.
Yeah. It's
And
pretty
we were
great.
we just fucking go in there and like we'll take like 3 breaks here and there for like
Yeah.
5 minutes breaks so I could smoke a cigarette because it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The last session I had was definitely the most painful. It was the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my entire life.
Was it the back, right?
The top back, but like behind my knee, like right on the top of my calf. I don't know, man. Like I thought at one point I thought I was gonna get sick, but like, cause I remember you would tell me like how like Zach would like go through that and like pass out and shit like that, and I knew that that's possible for sure. And I like got dizzy for sure. I had to put out my cigarette because I thought I was like, whoa, this is too much.
Zach's a different
much.
case, though.
Yeah,
He just works himself up.
yeah he gets like anxiety about it.
That's funny.
You remember Riker? Have you met Riker before,
I
right?
don't know if I have met Rick.
Riker's a kid who always hung around us. He's the man. He is. He got an awesome beard. His beard is crazy.
Yeah. Did you notice that I was
I see
growing
it.
this
I
for the
see
whole
it. Believe
thing?
me, I noticed it. Whenever you start doing it, I didn't give a shit about beards before, but once I grew mine, like I noticed people walking by, and like I'll be walking with like one of them or like my girlfriend or something. Like, man, that dude got a nice beard. So you notice it right away for sure. But Riker ended up just getting tattoos. He just started getting tattoos, and I think he got 2 right now. He got the Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. I showed you whenever we went last time.
Okay.
Him and Zach got matching tattoos from one of the girls. Well, I want to make sure I'm not on any cords. From that girl I showed you who started tattooing, Amber Demas,
Okay. Yeah.
and they're good. I like them. Riker's just getting into it. He's like starting to get like starting to read up about it and like starting to have some ideas, and he just came out of nowhere with it. He got some cool shit though. That Eisenberg thing's pretty neat. It's just a cool idea. When's
Wait, before we forget, tell us why you're deaf in one ear.
I
I
mean,
wanted to save it for the podcast.
they, well, I guess it happened like 3 or 4 years ago. It started off with just like I got a sinus infection,
Yeah.
and the sinus infection got really bad, and then the infection traveled over to the eardrum, and I guess just destroyed it. And there's no like, there's no modern medicine that can repair like the eardrum.
That's
like
scary.
That
you're gonna have to
microsurgery.
get a new eardrum
Yeah, but
printed out on a
anybody-
3D
Man.
printer.
Yeah, anybody can like just get a sinus infection and lose their hearing.
That's
It
fucking
started out,
crazy.
it just was ringing one day, and then I got over my sinus infection, and it
Did you go to the
just
doctor
kept
for
ringing.
it?
Yeah, yeah.
And they straight up said your shit's broken.
yeah, he didn't even charge me. He was just
He's like, man, that's so fucked up. He's
Yeah.
like, here, it's on the house, dude.
dude, he gave me a hug, and I walked out. He was just talking
So
about your shit.
I asked you before, whenever you told us like that, does that affect your like balance and your like equilibrium?
I think so. I think before, I thought I just chalking it up to me getting old, like, oh, I'm just gonna fall over every once in a while. But yeah, no, I really think it does, just because you're so used to hearing that sound to help judge how
Yeah,
far
I
things
imagine.
are
Yeah, it
from
definitely
you,
would
or,
be weird. I couldn't even imagine that.
you know, so if like I don't know, it's weird. It's like I don't know how things give off energy or whatever, but almost how you could sense someone standing behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You almost lose that. So if like
Yeah.
you're reaching almost a little bit out of visual range.
Yeah,
from your
it would be like
peripheral.
not having peripheral vision, something like that.
Yeah, like you don't have that kind of like that sonar.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do, like I'll miss my target.
Well, that's
by-
crazy.
by a
I
bit.
couldn't even imagine what that would be like.
I've knocked over multiple cups.
It'd be like not having like one eye.
Yeah,
like
that'd be
that
hard.
would be.
Yeah.
It would just suck to get used to, but like at least you don't have to
You know
listen
what?
to bullshit. I
The
don't wanna
ringing
hear.
in my ear actually is like this perfect pitch, to where if I'm in a quiet room, I fall asleep.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm out like
That's
a light.
fucking
Bugs-
awesome.
Bugs
Like
me.
a superpower.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
that-
superpower. I can fall
yeah.
asleep anywhere.
You gotta give and take with that one. I guess that's it. But that's cool that it doesn't like mess you up whenever you're like drawing, because you're a very good artist.
you.
I was looking through that sketchbook whenever you're flipping through
Yeah,
it.
those are cool. I like this.
You're very original style, or like not even original. You're just like what's the word? Just you're unlike others, I guess.
Unique?
Yeah, unique style. That's it. I couldn't think of it.
I'll take that.
Real
Gotcha.
unique style, and you're real popular in Pittsburgh with tattooing. A lot of people know who you are.
Yeah, I've never met you, but I think you have more tattoos done on like all of my friends collectively
Yeah.
than any other, for sure,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
than anyone else.
It travels word of mouth very quickly. I know a lot of people that have work done by you.
It all started with Zach. Is that when Zach was in high school?
Yeah,
He
Zach.
get tattooed.
What was his first tattoo?
Oh man, he got
It wasn't that Virgin Mary, was it? Or
you know what? I think it might have been.
I remember whenever he got that, and everyone's seen it, and it's like a Virgin Mary with
Yeah,
like
I
a Louis
remember that.
Vuitton,
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton
That's
cloak,
right.
and it's
Yeah, I
fucking,
remember.
that's like awesome shit. And I remember, like my buddy Rob, he got that tattoo of the underwater sharks and everything like
Yeah,
that.
those are cool.
And I remember the day he got it, he got the outline and came home. And like I was so fucking mad. I was just like, dude,
Why?
because that was whenever my mom like forbid tattoos.
Yeah.
She was like, if you fucking get one, you're moving out. And like my dad was just like, just listen to her so it doesn't suck for both of us. But I fucking was so jealous because
Yeah.
it's just sick as fuck. I love it.
Yeah, it's
I love it. I definitely want to get more of them. But I want to get more of them. But there's short amount of time. Like,
I'm
aren't you
too
moving away?
indecisive.
You know what? That's a strange subject. Like I don't know. I don't know at this point.
Oh.
I really love the space that I'm in.
Yeah, dude, it's
Um,
amazing.
I
It's
think when
good.
I was planning on leaving, I was just like really fed up with working in all the shops that I was in, and I was like, man, I'm so tired of working.
So
for
you have your own
someone.
little piece right now.
Yeah, and it feels really good, and I'm really just starting to like. I feel like all the work that I've been doing since I got there has just been really, really great. And then of course, just like moving over to Hawaii, it's like, man, I'll take a pay cut, and I'll have to work harder.
And everything's more expensive.
Yeah. The only upside to Hawaii, the only
Is
upside.
you can buy walnuts from Rosie or from Roseanne.
Roseanne
Yeah,
Barr.
that's right.
Did you see that?
No.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, but I feel like you definitely
Is she
should.
on like the side of the street, like
She
a la
has
Moana
this.
or
She has
something?
this company that's called Roseanne's Nuts, and like she gets like walnuts and shit like that. But that's completely stupid subjects. But
Off
go
topic.
ahead. I thought I had to throw that in. That's a funny piece.
I needed that actually.
Yeah.
Roseanne's nuts.
She
Yeah,
is
the
crazy.
only upside to moving to Hawaii is the fact that like you can go to like this crystal clear ocean
Yeah,
anytime you want.
Yeah, I
the
follow your
days are
Instagram
long.
and it's
and get eaten by
crazy.
sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the most terrified
snorkeling.
of sharks ever. I don't even go in the fucking ocean.
And I hate them. I hate them.
You live in Pittsburgh.
But you're
man.
like
You have less of a chance of dying from a shark than you would
I don't
walking
give a
under a
shit.
tree
I don't
and getting
give-
hit in the head by a
Just-
coconut.
I understand
like,
that, but
fucking
he's
with the
like
ocean,
he don't
that's all.
give he gives no fucks. He's out there and he's
Oh,
taking
man.
we have
All
one of
day.
them waterproof phone cases. So
Yeah.
his Instagram, he has them pictures like him in the water, and
that's
it's
cool.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's the upside, man. It's when you're in an environment where like the water's clear and the sun is
Yeah.
shining all day,
Yeah.
like you never get depressed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can
Imagine
understand.
Vitamin D alone.
I
yeah.
could
Yeah,
definitely
imagine
understand
that.
that with
You
that
don't have to
shitty
go-
sleet,
You don't have to
snow.
go shovel your driveway.
Yeah.
Why?
You don't fall down your stairs coming out of your house in
Yeah.
the morning.
And
It's a
you're
horrible ride.
you've always like that's definitely probably your favorite place is the beach and stuff like that. You surf, you told me, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm not
And-
that great.
Well-
I'm getting like,
You do it though. That's still fucking awesome.
yeah.
I went
Yeah, I can't
snowboarding this
even do
year,
it.
and I'm not great at it, but it was definitely the funnest time I've had in a
Yeah.
long time. I went with Dan actually.
Okay.
Me and Dan, I won tickets from Kiss FM. I won 2 free lift tickets and 2
Nice.
free tubing tickets. And me and Dan have been talking about getting snowboarding for a while because I bought this snowboard like 3 years ago. And I never used it since I bought it. My buddy was selling it. I bought it because it was a really good deal, and I never got to use it. So I won these fucking lift passes, and I like don't. It's hard for me to just go and spend $80 on a lift pass to go up there one day.
Yeah.
It's just that's a big chunk of money. So I just haven't done it. But I won them passes, and we went up there, and we went down like 4 times because it was all shitty and rainy, and then we just got shithouse drunk in that foggy goggle. But
Yeah.
and we figured
Foggy
we didn't.
goggle.
Yeah, it's called the foggy goggle, and it's wild up there. It's wild people.
Yeah, I'd
But
imagine.
we were figuring the $75 we spend on the lift ticket, we can just say fuck it and
Spend it
spend it in
there.
there. His drinks were like $8. It was,
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
ridiculous.
That's why you bring a flask when you ski.
Yeah.
You just bring a flask everywhere you go.
Yeah, but how long you been surfing? That's pretty cool.
You know what? I started surfing. I mean, I grew up in Florida, so
Yeah.
I was either skating or
or
surfing.
What part of Florida?
Cocoa Beach. I mean, technically, I'm from St. Cloud. For any of my St. Cloud
What's
people,
that by? Where's that? At?
that's actually the suburb of Orlando.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the smallest, stinkiest little redneck town in Florida. Like, you get off school for rodeo day.
What?
You know, yeah.
When is rodeo day?
Dude, I don't even
You
remember
don't remember
anymore.
the date?
That's
I just remember skipping school to go either surf or
Rodeo day.
skate or pick shrooms or something.
pictures. So what did you do in high school? What was there to do down there? What did you do for fun?
There wasn't anything to do, to be honest with you. Like, mainly people just did drugs.
Yeah.
To be honest, and I hung out with. I had two best friends who never did drugs.
Yeah.
And all they wanted to do was skate. And
Yeah, and you are with who you surround yourself with most of the times.
I mean, I didn't go to any parties, any school events, because they were
Yeah.
just like, "Oh man, fuck that! Like,
Yeah.
let's just go skate and stuff."
Everyone had that.
And I
for
just
a while.
didn't, you know.
Rebelled a little bit.
And now, you know, what's weird is that when you get older, you have all those people from your high school, like, trying to claim, like, their friends from high school. So
Yeah.
you start getting all these, like, emails being like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
Yeah.
remember when you did this?" And I'm like, "No, I don't
Yeah.
remember any of that."
It's like, I have like probably 10 close friends I just hang out with all the time,
No.
and I'm cool with that. It's hard for me to make new friends because
Yeah.
there's just no reason. I've
Just
had
have all your other friends.
like I've been friends with him for like fucking 5 or 6 years now.
I'm a new friend to Barry.
I've known Buzzy. I've met him a few years ago, but me and him started hanging out the past couple years. But I don't know. It's just different nowadays. Whenever you grow up, like whenever you're younger, you'd rather have quantity over quality. I think it's not that you rather, but I think you appreciate quantity over quality
Yeah.
whenever you're younger. So you're just
Yeah.
friends with a bunch of dickheads that end up like you realizing years down the road.
Yeah, like I shouldn't have. Been
Yeah, I
friends with
shouldn't have did all that because
Yeah.
something will happen. But I have friends that I've had for like 12 years that I
Yeah.
still hang out with every single day. And Rob didn't know anyone up here, and he's friends with everyone now because Rob moved up here from Georgia and lived with this girl who I've been friends with forever. She's actually she's been dating my brother now for like 8 years. And Rob would come up there and he would always just sit in the driveway and skate by himself. And there was this short little fat kid that lived next door who would go out and like try to skate, and it was like whenever you're younger and you see like an older kid who's real fucking good at skating because Rob's really good, and you're just like mesmerized. So this kid would always go over and skate with him and shit like that. And Maddie ended up living like his dad's house was like 12 houses down on the left, and Maddie got a half pipe built in his backyard. So I told Rob, I was like, dude, all my buddies get on there and skate, go fucking down there and hang out with everyone.
Yeah.
So he went down there, and like obviously if there's a new kid that comes in and starts skating and he's good at it, everyone's like, oh, that's fucking cool. Like
Yeah.
if they're good at this something that you like, you obviously, and my friends really aren't that big assholes. They took him in well, and now he's been hanging out with all of us, and we've all been friends forever. Everyone's good. There's a lot of shitty people, but there's a lot of good people in the world too. I
Now,
guess.
how old are you now?
I'm 34.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So I come from a far time when skating was a lot different than it
Yeah.
was,
Yeah,
10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's definitely wild.
But of course, I guess it's still the same. I mean, you form packs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And there's always like the alpha of the pack who everyone is like, he's the one that does the crazy tricks. And
Yeah.
Everyone.
I was always the worst
inspires.
skateboarder ever,
I wasn't that great at skateboarding either, so don't feel bad.
dude.
I tried it for
I just
like
wanted to
a
hang
month
out.
or two. Then
This
I
all
quit. I was like,
doesn't
"Eh,
all
I'm not
go
doing
good
this."
with gravity. Gravity's not my friend. I would try to like drop in and shit like that on that mini ramp and just get fucked up.
Dude, I never did half pipe or
It's the
anything.
scariest thing in the
Yeah.
world, and everyone's just like, "Yeah, let me
Oh,
fucking
real-
flip this board 6 times and land on the coping."
Yeah.
Like, get out of here! If I tried to do that, I would die.
I'm scared of a mini ramp, let alone a real like.
Well, that's
half
what it
pipe.
was.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
only a mini
Drop
ramp.
it
Yep.
in.
And my friend Jackie was like our buddy's girlfriend at the time. She fucking dropped in on it, and I was so pissed that she could do it and I couldn't. I fucking tried like 6 times, and my whole side was bruised. I just stopped. I just could not do it anymore. It was fucked up. Skating was cool though. It was a big part of like your childhood. Like
everyone
my
did.
childhood. I think everyone at one point or another had a pair of skate shoes
Yeah.
and like an independent shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
For
Dude, they got a
sure.
CCS in the mail.
Yeah, and CCS
Yeah,
in the mail.
for
and,
sure.
And I had a couple friends that would get Dan's comp. It was like they were the bike kids that
Okay.
like some people like. We had like 4 friends who didn't. I don't even ever remember them skating, but they just fucking rode bikes. And you know John Byrne?
I think so.
He's real good friends with Robbie.
Yeah,
And
I think I
they
met that
always
guy.
biked ever since I can remember. Then there's Shane and like Zach and everyone who always used to skate, and all of our friends, like majority of my friends did at one point. But so how'd you get into art? Like you're a really 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 good artist, and that's not even just because you're my artist. You really are. Well, that's why I picked you because you're awesome.
I don't know, man. I think it just picked me. I just always into art, man. I didn't have a choice
Yeah.
growing up. It was like I knew I was going to be an artist of some sort. Like there just was no question.
Do you just like always draw and paint and stuff like that?
Yeah, dude. From when I was little, dude, that's all I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I drew and I just.
Did you have an artistic family? Like, was there your siblings? You have, how
My
many
brother.
siblings do you
My
have?
brother used to draw with me. I think my whole family has some sort of really great talent. You know, whether they're really good carpenters
Yeah.
or you know, musicians. My sister's a fantastic writer. Like she travels the world because of her book. You know what I mean?
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. That's how I
What
got to
is
go to
her
Japan.
book?
It actually
It's like a published book?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I didn't know about this.
Basically, she wrote all these techniques to roller derby, and I guess they were just so insightful that like
Yeah.
other countries will contact her and be like, hey, come over
Holy
and teach us
shit.
these techniques.
Is that wild roller derby? Have you went and watched it and shit?
Dude, I love it. I
I
love
would
it.
definitely go see that.
And when you have someone that you're like that you know on that
Yeah,
team,
you're like, fucking
dude,
kill
you're
it.
just- yeah, dude, you
'Cause,
hold
like,
up signs.
Them
and-
girls are fucking, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
get wild.
tossing elbows and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
I would love to go there. It's like a,
Yeah,
I feel like it'd be
fun,
like,
that'd be a fun event to tailgate a little bit for.
yeah,
hang out with
absolutely.
your
that'd be
buddies.
kind of like, I feel like that'd be on the same level as like WWF. You're like, fuck yeah, except not fake.
Yeah.
And just a bunch of girls fucking going hard trying to beat each other's ass.
Yeah, and when your sister
Is that in
like-
Pittsburgh?
there's one in every city, in every town. Like it's just ridiculous.
Wow.
And when your sister is like phenomenal at it,
Yeah.
like groundbreaking phenomenal, and I mean she's a Hall of Famer, man. And I tell
That's
you what,
crazy.
watching her skate is just
She still do it?
oh yeah, yeah, dude. She's just a beast.
Now,
beast.
is it like I've only seen it in like movies and shit like that. Like it's as crazy as it looks.
It
isn't
can get, yeah. Yeah. Normally people try to be like courteous, which I don't get because I'm just like, fuck that bitch up. I don't care. But yeah, I mean, the good players play strategically. So you don't have a lot of hitting, but even it's just like when a wide receiver catches the ball and he just
Yeah.
dodges everybody
Yeah.
and you just get totally pumped.
I
because
never
they're
really
just so
understood
skillful.
how like what were the rules of it.
Yeah, how do
I
you
have no
win?
idea.
Yeah, like I just always seen like girls skating in a circle,
Yeah.
just beating each other's ass.
I don't know if my sister would be proud of this or not, but I believe there's a pack, right? There's 2 packs, each team, and they go around, and then there's a jammer, right, that start off in front of them. Now the jammer has to do 1 lap, and every person she passes, she gets a point.
Oh, that's
but
wild.
only if she's in the lead.
That's real crazy.
Yeah, so she has to go all the way around and then force her way back through all those people.
Well, that's
Wow.
fucking insane. What's your
Never knew
sister? What
that.
position?
My sister plays everything. But
That's
she's
crazy.
Yeah, dude, she's a beast.
That's
man.
wild that you just like. That's like knowing someone who's like real good at fucking rugby. I don't know anyone who plays rugby. I tried to play that in college, and it was the fucking worst.
I don't even understand the rules of rugby.
I don't understand a lot of it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
still
not
cool to
sure.
watch, though.
I'm not sure the rules.
I don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
goes on, but if you see it on TV, I watch it all the time because those motherfuckers are wild.
Yeah, they get wild. They're definitely cool.
Yeah, we should definitely
Did
check
Did you,
that out.
Did you see what happened in soccer?
No, I know that a bunch of
ref-
shit's going on.
Dude, the ref made like a bad call or something.
Did they kill him?
I know the ref stabbed the player with a knife.
Oh,
His
yeah, and
family
then-
came
and then-
off and decapitated it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude. it
Wait,
was
wait,
crazy.
wait, wait.
Oh my god.
Wait, this ref got decapitated.
Like on the
Yeah,
field.
on the field in front of everyone, just
Yeah.
disemboweled him. It was crazy
what?
because
Yeah.
he.
When did
stabbed-
this happen?
Dude, I don't know. Not that
It
long
was
ago.
like
This
a
ref stabbed him in a game.
This
year
ref
ago,
stabbed the
maybe?
player. Yeah.
year
yeah.
ago, probably.
Holy fuck! Is there like a video of it?
Yo, yeah, there was.
I didn't
yeah.
watch it. I
I'll
just
find
read
it.
the video.
I'll find it.
read
I
the
gotta see.
article.
That's fucked up to like watch it, but I have to see something like that.
I don't like
Yeah.
watching those videos.
I got
No,
you.
they're so gruesome.
Dan, you know who's the most fucked up is Dan.
Yeah.
Dan Snyder. I don't know where he finds all this shit, but he does. He'll be like, dude, check out something fucking wild
I
with
just
this.
got a Facebook like robot notification.
Yeah, I know.
from Dan.
He,
Like,
he-
hey,
and
check out
he's
this site.
and he's the type of person that like he has no, he's oblivious to all that shit. So he's like, dude, what? I bet you if I tell him that, I'll be like, what?
No, he already tweeted about it.
Oh,
Why
great.
won't anyone buy my diet pills?
He's hilarious.
He's the funniest human.
Yeah, I told him
good
I'd
one.
shout him out in every single show.
Shout
He's
out
a
to Dan.
he's a big supporter.
Diet pills.
And yeah, you tattooed him, so you know a little bit about him.
Yeah.
Him and
I tattooed his lady.
him and
too.
Melissa. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
see all
cool.
that shit. What was I just gonna ask you about that? So your sister is good at roller derby.
Which is wild.
Yeah,
that's
and
She
crazy.
writes
writing.
books,
Roller,
and she teaches.
roller derby and writing, and a teacher.
Yeah, at
and
college.
You're just a badass artist.
Yeah, thank you.
I do. I like all of it, and you have all the wildest shit in your shop, like a lot of your paintings and stuff like that. Dude, he did the lightsaber paintings I was telling you about. Wild.
Yeah.
He's a real big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do
he's-
you think about the new one?
You know what?
happy about it, or are you
I'm
a
so
hater of
happy
it?
about it.
Me too, because J.J. Abrams is so good at making movies.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know why anyone would be like, "No, George Lucas should do it," because
No, George Lucas had his chance.
he's lost his mind.
I think it'll
He's
have
clearly
a,
lost his
I
mind.
think it'll have like a real cool style to it. It has to be.
Yeah, I think it'll be real good.
Well, I mean,
I'm
just what he
optimistic.
did to Star Trek.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I hated Star Trek.
I hated it
but
too. I
I
couldn't
like
watch
his
it.
two
I never seen the
yeah.
movies.
the new movies are just badass.
Yeah,
they're
I never
good.
seen them.
They're legit.
Everyone's
Yeah.
told me to watch them, but I just never got around to it. See, I like I'm a huge movie guy, but like I'm weird. Like some of the most popular movies I just never seen.
Yeah, you're wild.
Like Star Trek. I've never watched any of like the Godfather movies.
I never saw those either.
Yeah, it's
I
just
don't know
I
why.
have, but
you're a
it's
big
been
movie guy
long
though
time.
too,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and
This
I've
is,
been on-
I love how this is a constant on the podcast. We
Well,
get to
we
movies.
always-
We're here now.
That's
always
like that's like
That's
the
awesome.
biggest. That's like it's a huge part of him, and that's a huge part of me. Like, and I know that he's real into movies too. Like, he's always told me these crazy horror movies to watch, like at Trick or Treat and everything like that.
Oh, that's
and
such
you,
a great
and you
movie.
just know like about some wild shit, like Evil Dead and stuff like that.
You
We've
a
all
Evil
talked
Dead
about
fan?
that.
Oh yeah.
Like the original ones and everything.
You know what? I like them all. The last one I wasn't a fan of. Like I feel like
The
they
remake?
Just, yeah, they just pushed
really?
it.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. I liked it though. I thought it was cool because it's just like over the top. They went like
Yeah,
crazy with
I'm
everything.
glad that they went over the top, but it's just like
Like in the
I
end,
don't know.
that scene where it's like raining blood, they use like 10,000, like or 10 million gallons of blood or something
that's
ridiculous.
insane.
I
Yeah,
forget
that's
the,
it's
the number.
ridiculous. And it was like wild though. It was a cool
Yeah.
movie.
maybe if J.J. Abrams would have wrote that. I
That
don't
would've
know
been
why.
It would have been something crazy.
I always wonder, like, what if someone cool did a horror movie like Quentin Tarantino or something? Like,
Yeah.
how would they do it? What would be their take on it?
There was I think it was who was the one that did oh man, it was a Red something.
Red State.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who did that?
I don't know. It was some.
Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah,
Was it
Kevin.
Kevin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was Kevin Smith. That's exactly what
I
it
thought
was.
that
Jane
was Quentin
Silent
for some
Bob.
reason.
Did-
that was great.
You watch that? That was
Oh,
such a
I
good
didn't-
movie.
I didn't see that.
I have it. I have it on DVD. I'll let you
Yeah,
borrow it.
I've been
It's
meaning to.
I
fucking
think it's
crazy.
on Netflix right now.
Yeah. it
Oh yeah,
was.
that's
It
where I
used to
first
be.
seen it was on Netflix, dude. I've been getting in a big Netflix kick. I watched a 2-hour-long documentary about sushi the other day.
Is it that Hero?
Yeah, Hero.
It's so good.
Dude,
Sushi?
it
It's so
is
good.
so good. Like
I've
I was
heard to watch it.
I
It's
scanned
good.
over and it's like, oh, the history of like this dude in sushi. He's been he's been doing sushi for 70 years, and it's just so interesting.
You could tell it's his. He's a master.
Yeah,
at it. He's a
and
master. of
You
his
went
craft.
to did you go to Japan? Japan was
Japan,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, he was fucking in Japan. He was in a. That's some wild shit. Was it crazy over there?
It is.
Oh, wow.
Ashley's
wanna
probably
go there.
watching this, so she doesn't like me talking about it, but we're going to anyway. Because I didn't take her, and I feel like a dick. But yeah, it was
Get
amazing
in trouble.
over there. Like, I mean, just the whole entire culture it's just so efficient.
Did you
Yeah.
have a hard time like getting around speaking English?
I learned quite a bit of
Yeah,
Japan
really?
on the 24-hour flight there.
That's wild.
The key things that you would need to know.
Yeah. I don't
Help.
remember any of it
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, that's
It's stripped from my memory.
Yeah.
But the subway, their transit was the hardest thing to master because they have a rail that goes every which way every second of the day,
really
and it's on time. Like
just
if
like a
you're-
huge subway system.
Yeah,
type
dude.
thing.
If you're like 2 seconds late, you miss that. Like they're like almost to the second.
Are
Wow,
they
that's wild.
jam packed like those
Oh, yeah.
videos on YouTube?
That's
Yeah.
crazy too.
That's
And they
wild.
what is the Shibui crosswalk is like one of the big like tourist things to watch.
Like, it's like more popular than like New York and shit like that.
Yeah, it's more.
Yeah.
It's way more populated, right?
Yeah, well, the
Cities.
Shibui crosswalk when the walk sign happens,
Yeah.
it just is ape shit. Everyone just goes ape shit going every.
Wow.
I thought New York was bad, but I
Thousands
can't
of
even
people.
imagine. I can't even imagine
Yeah,
it there.
that'd be insane.
I just don't like. I'm claustrophobic. I don't like being fucking like at concerts and shit like that.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that. Sometimes if it's like a real good band or something like that, but I fucking hate having like 1,000 people
Yeah, I don't
around me
like
at all
the
times.
pit very
Is
well.
there bad? Is there like crime over there? Like crazy crime?
No. I mean, after World War II, we basically took their army, you
Yeah.
know what I mean, and left them with just like, I guess some rewriting their constitution or whatever kind of made it so there was no real crime over there.
Yeah.
I mean, just watching any of the news, I think for instance, when I got on the train, the next stop, this little like 5-year-old got on,
Really?
right, with this book bag that was like twice his size, and he's just sitting there and he's playing on his iPhone, and I'm just like, where the fuck is this kid's parents, man? They don't need parents. He rode that train as far as I did, and then got off in the city, and like he's just allowed to.
Wow.
Like there's no one's gonna abduct that little dude.
That's
That's
crazy.
wild.
He would have had it texted before anyone even have got
Yeah,
close to
help
him.
me.
Yeah, that's insane. You probably got a button saved for it.
The biggest crime is women getting touched on the subway.
I hear about this. Yeah,
Um,
Red Band always talks about that.
Yeah, I feel like I upped that rate a couple times, but you know,
Like it, and like, that's crazy. I couldn't even imagine what it'd be like over there. How was the food?
the food was good, dude. All the. I mean, you got to watch what you eat.
What do you mean?
Because
There?
if you think it's chocolate, it's not chocolate. It's squid ink, and it tastes
What?
like shit. Yeah, yeah. I
Is
thought it was chocolate.
It's not. It's squid ink.
Yeah, it's like there's ice cream and it's got chocolate on it. That's what I'll order. 'cause
They
that's
have
what the-
squid ink ice
Oh
cream.
man, yeah.
What does that
Ooh,
taste
what
like?
the
Good.
fuck?
It
Good or
tastes
bad?
exactly like ink. As if
Wow.
you bit into a pen. That's exactly what it tastes like to me.
Holy shit!
gross.
Well, how was the sushi?
It was top notch.
It has to be. Yeah, it has
Yeah.
to be incredible. You need me to move?
I made sure that I had like everything that was put in front of me. Like,
Yeah. What was your favorite thing?
I mean, it was just it would have to be the deep fried squid.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they had this like really, and it had like a sauce with it, and like, I think it might have been fish eggs on top of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
Fish
good.
eggs.
Now,
Fish eggs.
I
What
just
is it?
watched that
wild.
row.
What was it
Fish
called?
eggs row.
Okay, yeah.
But I just watched that sushi documentary, and they said one meal at this dude's place was 30,000 yen. I don't know how much that.
Yeah, what's
you
the
remember how much
conversion?
like the conversion is?
$300.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. You have to wait 2 months you have to make a reservation 2 months in advance. This dude does not do anything else except sushi. No appetizers, nothing. You just go there and you get 20 pieces of sushi. It's like a
It's
whole
so
meal.
incredibly in detail. They look at the size of you and judge your portions to your size.
Yeah,
If
for
you're
women,
male,
for women, he'll
they
make them a
take
little bit
note-
smaller. But men are bigger.
They take note what hand you are and serve like left
Really?
hand, right hand.
It's the
That's
most
intense.
like I love sushi, but like I never knew anything about it. It was such an incredible documentary. Like I was thinking I'd turn it on and be like, this might be kind of cool, but like it's all in. You have to read subtitles, everything like that, and it's just I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. They talk about everything from like down to where he has a tuna guy, he has an octopus guy who they're the best in their field. Like he'll never go to anyone else. He would rather not buy anything if there isn't good products. Like, and no one knows the menu. It's just whatever's the best in season. Like they send these guys out there and they cooks or they make sushi for 10 years before they're considered like a sushi chef. So it's like 10 years of being an apprentice, getting like shit on, doing things thousands of times, small tasks before you get something crazy. And this guy's been doing it for 70 years.
That's how they do it in almost everything. Like if even in tattooing, like you have to be an apprentice for like years on years before that title is passed down to you.
Did you go out there and see any of their tattooing whenever you were there?
There really isn't that many shops. Like if you're gonna get tattooed in Japan, there's really only one guy to go to.
Who is it?
He's slipping my mind. Hiro.
And he's something crazy?
Yeah, dude.
You're not allowed to go to like gyms with tattoos in Japan, from what I hear. Like you have
There's
to,
a lot of
they have to be
places.
covered.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
That's
very,
crazy.
It's very,
How long
it's,
were you
it's
out
such
there?
a different culture.
I was out there for about a week, and I tell you what, as packed as those subways get, I always had a seat. Like nobody
That's
wanted to
wild.
maybe near me.
Because you're the minority.
Yeah.
You're just, is there a lot of like tourists that go there?
I don't think Japan is like a huge tourist
Yeah.
destination.
I mean, that would not be my first
But
place.
people
to go.
wouldn't stand by me. Like they would look me up and down, and they would really just kind of keep them to themselves. And
Well, that's wild. That's
Yeah.
cool. You would go out there and see that, though. Have you ever been to any other like crazy places besides Hawaii and Japan?
no, that's pretty much it.
I want to go to Europe.
I got to go to
Yeah, I
Niagara
wanna go
Falls, but
I've been talking to my mom about this for the past 2
Yeah,
weeks.
I've
I
been
want to
Been
go there.
I've been there once. It was cool.
You went to Niagara Falls?
I was up there for like a taekwondo instructor's judo tournament.
Was it like something cool to go to?
dude, it's
Yeah,
it's
it was
totally
pretty cool.
kitschy.
Yeah, I literally just talked to my mom because I got a Groupon email that said $99 for like a 2-day stay up at Niagara Falls,
Oh.
and they give you a bunch of shit. And I asked my mom, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah, that'd be awesome to go
Yeah,
to."
to go once at least.
Yeah, just to see it.
what it's all about.
Dude, they got like so many like haunted houses and everything is just really campy and kitschy, and
Yeah, that would be cool.
it's like
I
an
would
amusement
definitely like
park
to
up
go
there.
there.
It really is.
What now you said you haven't really gone any, if there's any place you could go travel, where would it be?
Australia for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
I
would love
want
to
to
go
check
there.
that out.
That would be wild to go there for sure.
It's
I
just-
bet you there's crazy stuff down
Just
there,
the
like
continent down there doing its own thing.
Yeah.
just living the dream.
And it's moving quickly too. It's like the fastest moving continent.
My aunt and uncle went there. I don't really know. They went like scuba diving and shit like that. You're a big you scuba dive and everything too,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
No, you're not. Did you see that video I tagged you with on Facebook?
What was that?
It was a dude. He was like he's like a diver. Like he does it all the time. It doesn't say his name or
Yeah,
anything
I
though.
saw
But
that.
he fucking
I
just
watched
has a mask on and is. It has to be in one take that he does this. There's someone in scuba gear video recording him down there, and he just walks out of this darkness along the beach, like along the sand in the bottom, and it just fucking drops off.
It's like a sinkhole.
to like 150 feet.
That is
And this
not what you sent me
motherfucker-
at all.
Yeah, what?
What you sent me was some dude jumping into the water and then his dog going nuts over it.
What?
That's what I got. That's what came up. I was like,
Nuh-uh.
why do I care if this dog is going nuts over this dude jumping in the water?
Dude, I swear to
I'm gonna
God.
have to look that back up because that's what the link did.
I swear to God, that's so bizarre to me because what? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, well, this dude fucking walks over to the edge of this like canyon, and it's just this fucking probably 150-foot deep hole
Yeah.
underwater, and he has like a weight belt on, and he just leans forward and just dives straight down. And this motherfucker just like sits on the bottom for a second, then kicks off and grabs onto like the fucking. He's like climbing. It looks like he's like climbing rocks underwater, but he's pulling himself up. It's just an incredible video. Like
How
the
is he
dude.
breathing for that long?
I looked up the fucking world record of holding breath. How much do you think it is?
Isn't
6
it David?
minutes.
Isn't it
6
David
minutes?
Blaine with like some ridiculous number?
Just make a guess. I don't know if it was David Blaine. It
I think
wasn't
it
David
is.
Blaine. No, it was some dude from Yugoslavia, I think.
I don't know. What is it?
22 minutes flat.
Yeah.
Dude was
Oh,
underwater for
God.
20 fucking 2 minutes. 22 minutes. 22 minutes. Guinness Book of World Records.
That's not
it's
human.
verified. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
He's a
22
mutant.
minutes is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a
an
quarter of an
episode.
hour. I'll just go fucking chill under the water for a quarter of an hour. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what did he do down there for 22 minutes? And then, but this video was only, I think, like 6. And like, I know there's definitely a lot of people that can hold their breath for that long. But it was just an incredible video. I have no idea why a dog popped up. I
Yeah.
apologize for that. I hope I don't have a fucking virus on there.
Probably do.
Yeah, I probably do. But If I'm sending you a video of something, it's gonna be cool. So
Let me ask you about that the sushi guy.
Yeah.
Right. How long do you think that documentary was taken?
Oh, I bet you that documentary. I bet you they filmed for a couple weeks.
What is he doing about fish now?
I don't know. I don't know what he'd be doing now, but like he takes off like 3 months in the wintertime, he said, where it's like he goes nuts because he's bored. He has such like a everyday like schedule. He gets on
but I think what he meant was like, what is he doing now with the fish?
Oh
with
no,
radiation?
I said
with the radiation.
Fukushima.
Oh, I have no idea. I thought you meant like I know he said he took 3 months off in like the winter because shit goes out of like it's harder to get, and he said he takes off some time for like the holidays over there, and he goes nuts. But I have no idea what they would be doing now. But
I've heard conflicting stories. I've heard that it's both ways. Like I've heard that everything's so bad it's coming out coming up on the coast of California, and then I've heard that they've independently tested right next to it, and the fish has been fine.
Yeah.
At safe levels, not fine. There's still stuff there.
There's
but
still radiation.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to eat Fukushima sushi. That's for sure.
The whole I was reading it like China stopped getting fish from them. Certain other parts of Asia stopped.
That's crazy.
They probably know more than we do.
That's such like a key thing for their like culture. That's a key type of.
A big part of that documentary was how everyone's doing sushi now, and how it's not an art, and how they're killing the fish anyway. There's studies that say within 10 years we're going to deplete all of the edible fish on the earth right now.
Well, that's one of the things I was reading about the Fukushima thing was that if that radiation spills out, like there will be no edible sea life in 3 years or something.
That's fucking wild. I don't even know what that would be insane.
They're just sitting there, like these rods are sitting in the salt. I guess they're in like saltwater cooling, but no one's even in that building or something. I don't even know.
And like
it's a
anything
small sun that's burning.
Yeah,
there's no way to turn it off.
Yeah, it's the most powerful energy we can.
It was like originally they spent like 400 million on like this ice block wall that they're building like underwater, just to like temporarily hold it. Like they know it's not a permanent fix, and now they're up to like.
This is real, like that's.
Yeah, now
like that ice block wall. They really did that.
Now it's up to like 600 million on this like ice block wall thing.
Dude, if this place gets hit with another earthquake or something, like that whole building will come down.
Yeah.
This one dude was like claiming like the blast if these rods like if that building caves in on these rods or something, it would be like 10 times
I don't know.
the atom bomb.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
This is nuclear. I mean, yeah, it's radiation. It's how do you not know how to turn that off? How do you make that? How do you make such a strong, crazy?
So what are they doing to like? There's nothing they could do to stop?
No. They just keep having to flood the tanks with like seawater.
Yeah, and then it goes right back into it, back into the sea, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And that's just radiation.
Fukushima is
Shit
going to
just
be
freaks
just
me
like
out.
28 days later, radiation. What's that?
The Chernobyl Diaries.
Yeah.
Chernobyl diaries.
You see that movie?
Dude, they're actually saying that this is like
it's
very similar to that.
So fucking. That's just the wildest.
Dude, I've been tattooing this girl who she was doing her whole leg, and all the reference that she sent me was from Chernobyl. She's like, I just want this like wasteland winter awesomeness, and she sent me all these pictures like where they had a Ferris wheel that is like deserted.
Wow.
Like all these pictures of bumper
It's wild.
cars that like just deserted.
That shit
What's
freaks
that
me out.
Wes Craven movie about the mutant people? I can't think of the name. You know?
Hills. The
Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I walked out of that. theater.
Really?
And I'll tell you when. Because the whole time I'm watching it, like
Yeah.
the dad teaches the kid how to shoot, and the kid is really good. But then he's watching his mom getting like eaten or beat up or something on the rock, and he has like the perfect shot,
Yeah.
and he doesn't take it. And at that point, I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
It's the
Are
same
you
thing happens
talking
when.
about the original one or like the remake
I
one?
guess it was the remake. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even remember.
I don't know if I've seen that. I don't
remember.
know if I've ever seen the. I remember seeing parts of the remake, but it was just weird. I remember seeing the other movie. What's the other movie with the mutated people? Oh, Wrong Turn. Remember that movie, Wrong Turn?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
Oh yeah.
Then they would go camping and like the people
don't
attacked
remember
them.
it, but
I get them
yeah.
too confused
that.
because
And
it's the same
Cabin
thing.
Fever, I get all those mixed up.
Yeah, all the movies.
Yeah.
Have you seen any good movies lately?
Dude, I just went and saw Lone Survivor.
Me and him saw
Yeah,
it a
we
couple
watched
weeks
that.
ago.
That's good.
And you were
That's
right.
cool.
Every time you're like, oh, maybe he'll get a break here. No. Dude, I wouldn't have lasted that long, to be honest.
Fuck no.
He got shot like 3 times. He
Probably
fell
be
off the
dead.
rocks like, what, 4 times?
Yeah, and I told someone about this the other day, and they were like, "No, that movie's definitely like fake." Fuck that. The guy is alive, and he like wrote a book and shit about it. Like,
Do you know, I was actually just in Walmart, and there's another documentary of that Michael Murphy guy.
oh,
He
that's
has his
the
very
captain,
own-
dude.
Yeah, he has his very own documentary.
Oh,
I
wow.
saw.
Well, that's wild. That was an incredible movie. Like, it was like very emotional. Like at the end, it was fucking wild. Like I felt terrible. It made me like think about. It made me have like a different type of appreciation for it because that's some wild shit they dealt with. Like, how many people did they say that they were up against?
I'm not for sure.
It was just it was an insane amount, and there was just them 4.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
watched-
what would you have done? Would you have went ahead and killed those guys? So they
Dude, I'm
didn't
gonna be
run back?
honest with you. I would have just shot a good bit, and I would probably killed myself.
No, I meant like when those first 4 people walked up.
Oh, I
And
would
they
have
tried
definitely
to-
shot them people.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because
I feel at the least, just tie them up, leave them.
yeah, leave them. I mean, like, it's fucked up to say that I would have shot them people, but like, it's
war.
realistic. Like everyone. Like, I listened to that Marcus Luttrell guy who survived, and he was doing like a motivational speech, not motivational, but like he was just like doing like a talking about his life. I guess it was like to promote his book or something.
Yeah.
But he was just saying the most insane shit, but he was saying it so like calm and like he sounded like he was trying to make it kind of like funny so it wasn't people weren't like so like didn't like depress him so
Yeah.
much, but he was talking about he was like, yeah, went over there and like he was like, I wasn't a nice guy. He was like, I thought everyone was an enemy. He was like women, anyone, men that I would see, he was like they were all the enemies. So like it's just you can't really like
I think that's what you're taught.
yeah,
in
that's what you're
basic.
taught to like do because he said there would be kids running up to him, like a 12-year-old kid ran up to him with an AK-47
Yeah, I couldn't
and tried
even
to shoot
imagine
him.
that.
Yeah.
Like that's insane. Like that's a whole different world that no one understands. Like no one will ever people would think they do, but no one would ever fully understand that until they were put in that position.
You know, I thought it was actually really amazing that little town that he made
Took
it
him
to
in.
had that moral standing.
Yeah.
Like, no matter who you are, if you're hurt,
Yeah,
We have
even
to
they said
protect
it
you.
was even if
So,
your enemy. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
crazy.
that was I
Then that
feel like
picture
all
that
of us.
they had at the end of the real people who did it, that's incredible.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
cousin's in the Air Force, and he just came back, and he was living in London for a while, and like he said that in any part of the military, that group of like them frog soldiers,
Yeah.
they said that they're just so respected because like that shit's wild. There's a kid from our high school that actually just got into that. There was like 30 out of 2,000 people, and he was one of the 30, and he's in top of his class right now up in training.
There's a TV show I've been watching on Netflix. It's called I think it's just called Surviving the Cut.
Yeah,
And
I
it
watched one
should-
episode of
I
it.
think I might have watched
Takes
that
you
too.
through all like the
The
basic
training. Yeah.
I wouldn't have lasted through any of that. I'll tell you right
Yeah.
now.
It was insane. Just the first couple minutes of that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Of Lone Survivor. They're putting them all in the fucking
Yeah, all that water
Yeah, all the
stuff.
water.
Oh, man.
They're boarding them.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
that's insane. I would definitely. That's definitely not for me. I could not handle it over there. I'm good with being in the woods and shit like that, but
Yeah, I just don't want to deal with the ocean stuff, the water.
Oh man, having to make those laps, carrying that boat out
carrying
there.
them fucking
know.
big ass logs too, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
My cousin, I asked him because I heard somewhere that whenever you're going through basic training, you have to like go into a big warehouse and they put tear gas in and you have to pull your mask on. He told me, I asked him what he had to do, and he said, you go in there with a mask and they tell you to pull it off and you have to run like, I think he said like an eighth of a mile. Like you have to do a bunch of laps around
That's just too
uh,
much.
wow.
That's too much.
around the fucking inside of it, and he said that there's people just like coughing, throwing up and shit like
Yeah.
that. Then after it, you have to run a mile. You have to do a mile run. He said it was the best run of his entire life. He said sucked it inside because all your shit just drains out of your head. Everything's just like fucking. It's all fucked up, but you're completely clear. He said as soon as he went outside and ran, he was just like your sinuses are fucking clear. But he said it sucked in the beginning. You have to be in there for like I think 8 minutes, just not breathing.
I'll tell you, I can't do it.
I feel like I would die.
Yeah.
Not breathing for 8 minutes.
I've never been tear gassed before this. I don't really know what it would feel like.
You know what? I'm such a baby. I walk into a smoky bar and I'm like, this is too much. Oh my God, I gotta go.
I need to quit smoking cigarettes. You used to smoke
I
cigarettes.
did. I quit 7 years ago.
That's
good.
wild.
See, he set an example for you.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so easzy. So easy.
It is easy, but it's
tell him, Michael.
It's
Patrick.
I got a 3-step process.
it's hard whenever you're fucking like I had some rum last night and I was drinking it. As soon as I took like a shot of it, I was like, I want a cigarette.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
What's your 3-step process?
It's all psychological. First, you gotta
I think
first you gotta start telling yourself every time you smoke a cigarette that it's just the nastiest thing in the world. Right?
is
Get that in your
gross.
head. And then you got to switch up your routine. Like never smoke a cigarette when you used to smoke a cigarette.
Yep.
Like stop smoking in your car.
After dinner too.
Yeah.
Set up roles and break that habit.
Yeah, get rid of all your habits. And then the third is just drop it. Because by that time, you'll automatically think they're disgusting and you won't have, because my hardest part of quitting smoking was, man, I would be in my car and like you roll down the window, it's just like a good ride. You're like, man, I would love to have a cigarette right now.
Yeah.
But you're just like, no, like you got to break that
I went
habit.
from smoking like a pack a day to now like a pack will last me like over a week.
Dude, I smoked like a pack and a half a day for like 15
Holy
years.
That's
fuck.
crazy.
Yeah, dude, it was, yeah.
That's wild.
I just never liked cigarettes, really. I don't know.
They're gross. Like they give me headaches sometimes. It's fucking.
Yeah. I
That's
thought they were gross.
that's its way of telling me to fucking stop because it sucks.
Yeah, it's so weird, man. At 34, I'm probably the healthiest I've ever been.
That's
Like,
good.
That's good.
Dude, just athletically,
Yeah.
internally.
I always
So good.
see
Yeah.
you say that you started working out and shit like that.
Yeah, it's I can't figure it out, man. Everyone tells me something different.
Yeah, right. There's so
Um,
much.
there
many
is.
different things you hear.
I'm like, someone's like telling me like, oh man, like get on the treadmill, like build that cardio, you know, that'll burn fat. And next thing you know, someone's telling me like, oh no, cardio
Like,
doesn't
don't do the
free weights.
treadmill. Yeah.
Someone's like telling me to do the CrossFit, and I'm like, man, I don't think CrossFit. I'm too big for CrossFit because I feel like it's just so hard on my joints.
Yeah.
You know, I can't jump up on a 2-foot log and down. Like,
That's what he does.
Yeah, Buzzy,
he's
what's
real
your-
big.
I've done it all,
He
man.
used to be how much?
I've used
how much
to be
was your weight?
I've used to be 355 pounds.
holy shit, yeah.
So-
Now I feel like
That's
as I
and
get
I've-
older though, like that's just. I mean, my heaviest I was 265. Now I'm down to 240. And I just feel like jumping on that box is just. I mean, dude, my knees are.
Yeah, it
shot
depends.
from
And
skating
nutrition plays a lot. Like how like inflammation. Like
Right.
the older you get, the less you're going to be dealing with with inflammation. The younger
Yeah.
you are, the more you have that. But diet comes into play. Like lifestyle. How much you sit in a chair. Like you got to take it. You could get to that level where you're jumping and up, but it's going to hurt a lot of people in the long run. That's what I think about like CrossFit
Yeah.
and everything.
I agree, and I mean I have a ball chair that I sit on at work.
Yeah,
so
that thing's pretty wild. I
because
remember when
do
you
it,
got
sit
that.
for
Yeah,
hours.
so you're active and
That's cool.
you have to keep that posture. There's nothing to be.
That's
lazy
what that
with.
benefits is.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
you. It doesn't fuck
Works
your
like
back
a
up. As,
core, man.
Because you
Yeah.
constantly have to
Straight.
balance
Like, right-
yourself.
You're supposed to be sitting like this,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm slunched
chest
over.
up. Yeah,
I just
got
look
a
like a
hunchback.
douchebag though. Just puffing my chest out.
So now I basically just I'll go to the gym and I'll like, oh man, I really want to work out my shoulders, and then I'll just watch someone else work out their shoulders and then just copy them. I've been picking up people's routines as I go.
That's smart.
I don't even know if I'm doing anything right. Like I'm just waiting for one of them to come over and tap me and be like, dude, we were all messing around.
Yeah,
That's not
we're
how you
just
lift
kidding.
that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good you do that. But that chair is wild. I didn't know that did that. I didn't know that was like it like kept your form up. What's the longest you ever sat and tattooed someone?
Dude, I mean, I've sat in that chair for well over 12 hours tattooing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because and you sit down pretty much like
How
all
many
day. That's
breaks do
your
you
job.
take in between
Um,
like a 12-hour session?
Probably just like a handful.
Yeah.
4 or 5, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
in the
'cause-
zone, in the pocket, and
Oh,
staying. And
absolutely.
that's what counts. When I think like if anyone that does any kind of art, you get into that pocket and you got to
Yeah.
take advantage of it.
You know, it's
Yeah.
wild with. I would think that like, if you're tattooing someone like me myself, I feel like I would need to concentrate and everything like that. But you like, you could have conversations. Like we have like serious, long, just weird,
That's
funny
my zone.
conversations, and you're just still going hard on it, doing it all.
you know, it's all about a matter of positive energy, man. I really feel like when you're having a conversation, when you and I, we're tattooing, and we have that positive, dude, that all affects the tattoo, man. Sometimes people that aren't doing too well and they're just quiet the whole time.
Yeah.
Man, I can feel their.
And there are people that are like that. You
yeah,
said.
yeah, and then I feel like, oh, okay, I need a rush. I need to get through this because I'm hurting them. They're uncomfortable. I don't want to do that to them. And that's usually when I take a break, is because I have to, like reprogram myself. Like, okay, we all know that tattooing sucks. This hurts.
Yeah.
I need to stop worrying that it's hurting you so much and just
do it. They're getting it for
pace.
They're getting it done for a reason.
Yeah, because if I start to rush, the whole tattoo's gone, and I feel like that's the majority of shitty tattooers in the city that do that. They just rush through things, man. I follow so many people on Instagram, and I don't know why I follow them, because they keep putting up shitty tattoos, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Why do I follow you? Because it just angers me every single time I see your shitty tattoo pop up.
And your tattoos are incredible.
I try. I mean, I'm not the best by any means, but dude, I put a lot of love.
Yeah,
man.
you definitely fucking do your own work. You do a shitload of work. Anytime I'm in there, is either shit that's like, you have a whole table full of sketches, you have a whole fucking, and you're hard to, like, not hard, but like you're pretty much booked all the time. Like, is there ever times where you're just like dead with work and don't have anything to do?
Not really. Basically, I have a formula. I don't take walk-ins anymore. If someone wants a tattoo, if they walk and they want a tattoo, I'll book an appointment.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't do it on the spot anymore because I feel like that's just too much pressure on me.
Yeah.
So I do 2 tattoos a day, anywhere from 3 to 5 hours each. And that's it. I can get home to my kid and we could cook dinner and I can torment the shit out
and you're
of her.
still an awesome dad. Like, anytime I've been in there and like she would come in, stuff like that, or we'd ever like talk, like you're a cool dad. You seem to be a cool dad.
I try to be.
And you're like, how many years apart are you?
Well, I mean, she just turned 16.
Yeah, 16. So and you said you're 34. So like you're still like a young dad.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's half my age. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be cool, like at some points, I feel like it would be cool to have a parent that would be like closer to age.
Dude, I'll tell you,
more understanding.
My kid is awesome.
Yeah.
Like I've never come across a kid that was like so resilient and like up for anything than my kid.
Yeah.
Like she can be a bitch, but she's literally like the coolest girl. I mean, when we're at home and I don't have to like play the dad role.
Yeah.
Dude, we just do nothing but goof off.
Yeah.
Dude, that kid has like, dude, she sat, I was taking a shower and she sat in this like little crevice, like outside of the bathroom for like 40 minutes waiting to scare me. By the time I got out and she tried to scare me, she had to use the bathroom so bad. She was just so happy I was out of the bathroom.
That's hilarious.
But that's how she is, man. She's super rad.
And you said that you, whenever you were growing up, you didn't think that you were gonna have a kid. I remember last time I asked you about.
I never wanted kids.
Yeah, but once you had a
I
kid,
couldn't
you
imagine
said
having
you
a
were.
kid.
Yeah.
You said you loved it.
I did. You know what? It's like when you're growing up and you have like, there's somewhat of a broken home in your life. You're just like, you feel like the world owes you, and since it's not paying up, you're just gonna take what you want. And I feel like that was the kid that I was.
Yeah.
And then when I found out that my daughter's mom was pregnant, it was almost like, oh, okay, well the world paid up. Awesome. I don't have to be all angsty anymore, and and I went. I like knocked out high school and I immediately got a job. And
Now, did you start tattooing right out of high school?
no, I didn't start till I was like 23.
Oh yeah.
It took me a long time. I kept putting it off. I kept trying other things. Like I went to college, and I went to art school, and I started doing all that because I'm like, who makes a living tattooing? That's for like bikers and criminals.
Yeah.
And, like my mom was always like,
Yeah, that's what my mom says. That's what my mom thinks. They're all bikers and criminals.
they're drunks and drug addicts. And, So I mean, when I was in college and I was apprenticing and I was bartending, and once I got out of school at that point, I was working at a professional job doing graphic design, and I was tattooing like 2 days a week, and I was making more in that 2 days a week than I was my paycheck at a graphic design job.
Plus, you probably liked it a lot more.
Yeah,
doing it.
dude,
So,
the
like,
freedom. And I tell you what, at this point, I can't go back to a normal job. If you were to look at my
Fuck
resume,
no.
I'm like a housewife. Like, there's this huge gap missing from my work history.
But why would you ever even? There was no
I would
no
never
reason.
want to.
I don't even know what it would be like to do something you love and get paid for it.
A lot of artists do. A lot of artists get really burnt out tattooing, and they need to do something else.
I've never once felt like for me being in there or talking to you, I've never once felt like you were a miserable, like you didn't like your job.
No, I love my job.
It's always fun as hell on there. Go in there and we goof off for a while, and then you just get all kinds of shit done. I didn't even plan to be like tattooed that much longer, but he was like, dude, I'm in the zone, let's do it. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, let's do it. I
Yeah.
was pumped. But like, how many different sessions we've had? Like 5, and every single one of them we've had like, there's never been like just silence. It's just always just random ass fucking thoughts and ideas. And like last time we were talking about like ghosts and paranormal and like feelings and like vibes, and like you gave me that sage you give to Dan, which actually
use it?
he used it every day.
Is it working for him?
Yeah, he hasn't
Nice.
had anything, because we talked about this before on here, how he has what the hell's it called, sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up. Like, I never knew what it was really, and Dan started having this, and like he said he would like
Snyder?
yeah, Dan Snyder, like a few years ago he had it a couple times and he didn't know what it was, and then he has it
What
like
is sleep paralysis?
I'm getting to it. It's fucked up. It, like, I've never been so
I don't know
scared.
what it is.
Whenever he was telling me about it, he wakes up, he said he would wake up and like you're like conscious, like you're awake, you feel, but you literally can't move at all, and like
okay.
and like you're just stuck there, and it feels like you're there forever, and you literally can't talk, can't move, can't do anything.
That's
and
never
like,
happened to me.
well, it's never happened to me. There was a wood, knock on wood, but
That's not
yeah,
what-
yeah, because it's fucking scary what he's telling me. And he said it's not weird the first couple of times, like where he would wake up, like it's weird, but it's nothing scary happened.
Yeah.
And he said there's some like, he started reading about it because like
Yeah.
he was just curious, because it happened like 3 times in a week.
Yeah.
So he got real
Wow.
curious about it, and then he read about it, and there's so much fucked up shit that comes along with it. Like, people see things whenever they're awake, can't do nothing. Like, you would see people, and he said he would have like a bad vibe sometimes upstairs in his room, and it's just so fucked up, like reading all this shit with him, and he's digging deeper into like the scary ass shit. Like,
Yeah.
people are waking up and seeing like shadow figures. And
Wow.
and like a good remedy of it is like something like clear the air is sage, and I knew that he burned sage, and I never knew anything about it, and he still does. What and you think that works? Like, you
Dude,
feel it?
Yeah, dude. The minute I start spreading it around, immediately good vibes.
Yeah.
All the time. Which is why I burn it anytime I like have an issue or a problem, or so I just need to relax.
Yeah.
I burn it. Yeah. I actually started. I bought it ground, and I started putting it in my food.
Really?
Yeah. I felt like that was a huge.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
dude,
wild.
I
Where
put
do you
it
get
on
it from?
steak.
Ground sage.
Yeah. You just go to the grocery store and get it.
Yeah, anywhere.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Have you ever heard of exploding head syndrome?
No.
Please
This
tell
is-
us.
This is a real thing. My mom actually like brought it to my attention, and you know about my mom, right?
Yeah.
So I just thought that she was kind of like, I just thought that she was being weird and crazy.
Yeah.
Because for those that don't know, my mom got struck by lightning,
Oh wow.
like in 2005, like got zapped, like really good,
Wow.
to the point where like she,
I mean, really bad, not really well. She
yeah,
got
good as bad, bad as good. And I mean, now like she doesn't work anymore, and she just kind of like enjoys life, being just
That sage you gave me was from your mom, you said. She
Yeah.
like went and
yeah.
got it.
She goes to like I know she used to go to like reservations and get it, but
Oh wow.
she was telling me that like right before you like are falling asleep, you hear like a massive bang,
Yeah.
and it's like it's not a real, it's like in your head, it's like this scary bang, and that it's called exploding head syndrome. And I just thought that she was like just being weird. And then not too long ago, I actually experienced it myself,
Really?
and so I started reading into it, and I guess they're micro strokes, like before you fall asleep. Like sometimes they can be, but I don't know if you ever experienced, but like right as you're like falling asleep, it's like a bang, like a massive bang in your head that like startles you.
I feel like I did a couple weeks ago, but it
I've
definitely.
got the whole thing where it's not. I don't hear it much, but like My whole body will jump.
Oh, you feel like you're falling or something like
No,
that?
I just get like a whole body shock.
That exploding head thing though. A couple weeks ago, I was laying in bed with Antoinette, and like we were both about to fall asleep, and I heard something, but I really think it was something that like fell, or the cat upstairs like hit a bottle over or something, because it was definitely a noise.
Yeah.
If we both had it, that'd be wild.
Yeah,
It's just a loud noise.
you'll notice it's just a huge bang.
He told me one of the craziest things I've ever heard. You said you woke up the one night and you smelled like burning. You thought your house was on fire.
Oh yeah, it was an electrical fire. Nothing was really on fire, but I swear to God,
Dude, he told me it was insane.
dude, it was about 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I just woke up in the middle of the night and it just smelled like electrical fire all
Yeah.
throughout my house. And I like jumped up and I'm like pulling cords out of the wall in every single room. And I'm running around. I'm like trying to pull my girlfriend out of bed. I'm like, it's on fire. We gotta go. and luckily, like she had enough sense to like stop me. But there was nothing on fire, and it was just like it was engulfed inside me. Like I just
Wow.
like I don't know. And then of course someone told me that like that was a ghost, which I kind of like just denounced, because I'm like, oh yeah.
I just watched The Conjuring, and they said the ghosts smell
Yeah, it
real
smells
bad.
like.
Yeah. It wasn't until I like.
What'd you think of that? I'm sorry. What'd you think of that? You watched it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was cool.
Did you see that, The Conjuring?
I didn't see that.
It's fucking wild.
pretty cool.
The last scary movie like that I watched was The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Terrible.
Yeah, I like when she's all contorted. and-
She hopped out the
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that in the movie theater, and I forget who I went with, but I was sitting there. She just went, bah, and hopped out the window, and I just started laughing. And everyone else was just like, what the fuck? But some of the movies are ridiculous.
Yeah, they're
But I'm just a big pussy, and I'm so scared of ghosts and everything like that.
Yeah, you're pretty
The whole
scared.
like idea of religion, like, are you religious? I know that.
I am religious.
Yeah, but like all that shit scares me. Even every single thing about it scares me. It's
Dude,
just creepy.
I feel like if you're gonna believe, you have to believe in everything.
Yeah.
And if you're not gonna believe, you should believe in nothing.
Yeah.
Like, if there's one thing out there, like if there's a ghost out there, then obviously there's some sort of afterlife. It just kind of spider webs.
Yeah, fuck yeah, something wild. I would hope there would be something after death, because it'd be fucking boring.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool if there was.
Yeah, pretty cool if there was.
Yeah.
Religion's like the biggest like controversial topic to ever talk about. Like,
I think so too. I don't believe in any sort of organized religion.
yeah, and I feel like I have my own set of morals, because like organized religion is so weird to me. Like, I think it's so weird that everyone like has to like say a prayer in unison to like
Yeah.
a cross on a wall. Like,
Yeah.
my religion is me being in my head and being a good person morally, and like,
Dude, that's all you need to be.
Yeah.
Seriously. I was talking to I talk to religious people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they see me and they're just like,
what's with the tattoos?
yeah, like that's not, God doesn't like that.
Yeah, you're a biker or a drug addict, remember?
Biker.
Yeah, they're all
Biker.
And I tell them, I say, dude, I probably talk to God more than any of you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like anytime I'm talking in my head, or I'm like doing something stupid, or
Yeah.
I trip and fall, like trying to look cool in front of some girl, like that's the universe, and
Mm-hmm.
it's all the same.
But it is. There's crazy, like that Red State movie, for instance. Like, religion's insane. People,
yeah.
some religions are just like bizarre. When I was listening to that one podcast, and they were talking about that dude who ran like the cult, that Kishka dude or whatever.
Isn't that still around?
What happened, from what I got of it, it was just like, it was in the morning, and I was like fading in and out. But like, this guy like ran like a cult type thing, and I guess they were like, it sounded exactly like Red State. I feel like Red State got the idea from this, but it was some guy, and like they were held up, and they shot a couple shots at cops, and the cops ended up going in there and busting this down. I guess this happened like, it was like broadcasted like live, and they didn't like, they showed it because they wanted to make an example. And this was like sometime like probably 20 years ago. I think they said it was in the 90s.
What podcast was that just on?
I
'Cause,
it was
about
on it was on the Rogan one, I'm pretty sure.
that. Maybe.
But they fucking took a tank and just went and just busted through this door, and were just light, like they had like a flamethrower thing on the end of the tank and just lighting all this shit on fire. There was women, children, kids, and shit like that in there, and yeah, women, children, kids, women, men, and kids, and stuff like that. But religion's insane, like organized religion and stuff like that.
I think the scariest part of that is those people are willing to die so easily.
Yeah, die
for what they believe.
The cops, they said that they told the cops. The cop was like, "Oh, we're gonna come in there and take action," and he was like, I'd rather die before I'd let some cop be in, like, said like some pig or something like that, and they just fucking went in there and the dude died. He accepted it. He took it.
Absolutely.
And it's intense to do that. Were you raised as religious?
I was. But I didn't find. I guess people that grow up with the same religion and they're like Christians their entire life, or they're whatever their entire life, I feel like that is no longer honest to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like you have to grow up, with faith, and then lose faith, and then regain faith
Follow
all
your own
on
path.
yourself, and that's how you know you have faith. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I know people that are extremely afraid to fly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're afraid to fly because they're afraid of the plane going down. They're afraid of the death. But
Like me, I asked you about it whenever we were there.
yeah, but when you find like faith and peace in yourself, those things you don't fear those things anymore. You know what I mean? Anytime I fly, I'm asleep before that door shuts.
Yeah.
You know, because I have a peaceful conscience about it.
I don't know, man. It's just something that's just something about being like 20,000 feet up in the air with just floating in a big metal fucking can.
You just have to trust that they know what they're doing with planes by now.
It's not even that I trust it. It's just like I've came to the conclusion if I choose to get on that plane, then if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
I think that's the
If
acceptance.
I fucking go down, it's meant to be. I don't know. Everyone. I
You
always
had a good life.
Yeah, I feel like it was all right so far, but I always feel like it could be worse. Something could be worse. Like yesterday, someone like hit my car a little bit. And,
A little bit.
yeah, like
A little bit.
I mean, it's not horrible, but it's
I
not
hit
the
cars
best.
a little bit all the time. So
Well, it's not horrible. It's not the best. I know her, and like I
not
talked
good.
to her and everything like that. So at least, but it could have been worse. Someone could have fucking hit my car somewhere else, and I couldn't know who it was, and like they could have just hit and ran. But like, I don't know. I try to find good in everything. I guess I'm just. I try to be an optimist.
Yeah.
But except the only time I can is whenever I'm driving to work at 6 a.m. and people are fucking the worst drivers, and I just want to jerk my car into theirs.
most of them are still asleep.
I swear to God, sometimes it's so weird, and I know I should never text whenever I drive and stuff like that, but
You're the worst at it.
I just just go there like subconsciously. I'll just be there, and I'll look at my phone. I swear to God, it's
he'll
so
just
weird.
He'll just be driving like.
And I
Like
look,
on his phone the whole time.
and it's terrible. And I swear to God, I've been trying to like not do it. I try to stay away from it because it's dangerous. It freaks me out. I watched one video on Facebook. You see how like all social networks are putting out these wild ass videos.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and I always see the most fucked up shit. Either the stupidest shit or the most fucked up shit on Facebook with these videos. Like
I try not to watch any of those.
yeah, they're crazy. What now? And that's what's. Do you think technology is destroying our youth?
Absolutely, dude. I was just talking about this, man.
I mean, you had that conversation.
Yeah. I feel like the generation coming out is never going to learn how to read.
Yeah, you
Right,
fucking
because-
said that 5-year-old kid on an iPhone, he's just running around.
Dude, when I know that when I'm typing, the word will just finish itself for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, why do I need to finish it? You know what I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I make a conscious effort to finish the word, but I mean, honestly, when you have
don't have
smartphones
to,
like that,
yeah.
It's
my
it's
kid
It's
doesn't
only
have
going to
to-
get way more invasive.
Yeah, way crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 17 whenever I got my first cell phone. I was like, my parents, they weren't down for that. They said,
No.
there's no reason you need that. Now I see like fucking.
Well, everyone has one
I couldn't
now.
live without
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I couldn't. I'm terrible myself. Like I just talked to my girlfriend about this last night. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm always on my phone because I am. Like it's like a part
You
of
love
me. I
that
feel,
thing.
and like
It's
now
an
that
extension.
I got this phone case that has my cards and everything, and I feel like I need to have it at all times.
Oh, you're
like,
naked without it. Yeah.
my life, it's my life in here, but I'm always on it, just reading shit and like
Yeah.
looking at stuff, and it's terrible.
Everyone does
I need
that
to
now, though.
Yeah,
nowadays.
I need to
A little
start
bit.
reading again. I read a lot sometimes, but it's only streaky. Like it'll be like
Yeah.
2 months where I'll read
or
like
two,
every
every
single
once in a while.
day, and then I won't read for like another 4 months. You read a lot?
I do. Man, I'm the same with my phone. I Google everything. If I have a question,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I Google it.
Why not be
Everything
on a
and
portal to anything you ever want in
You
this
can-
world
you can find
is
out
right here in
the
your
answer
hand.
to your question is right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Anytime I have a problem with a movie, like if I can't remember
Yeah,
what
just
movie
look
some
that shit
person's in,
up.
I go, that's gonna
IMDb.
bother me. I gotta
It's
look it
always
up
there.
because it's 5 seconds away. I mean, I know it's not a big deal.
convenient.
It's just convenient.
It's convenient and it's addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember when you first got your phone. Like the longer we have phones, I feel like my iPhone now. I feel like it's slow. I feel like my brain, it's not finding things fast enough. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening with that. I don't know if it's like a data thing. Like the longer you have a phone, the slower it runs.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they
is
throttle
that
it.
what it is? Because I
No.
feel like I need a phone that is lightning fast.
They're
Like,
like,
I
they're like
needed
that
to-
the first 4 weeks you have one. And
yeah,
then
I
you
understand.
start,
that,
yeah.
Yeah,
Degrade.
I do.
Like,
I
how long
understand.
does it take to open this app?
So you're-
Jesus, it's been like,
But you're
It's like
iPhone-
half a second.
Yeah.
You're a Team
Oh, the-
iPhone guy though, right?
A what?
Team iPhone guy. You're all
Yeah.
about the iPhones.
Yeah.
Man,
No.
fuck Teams.
They both have droids and stuff like that.
What's a droid?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I understand, and what I think it is basically, I understand that droids are a good phone, but I think it basically comes down to if you're technologically
Are you referring to those things that are on Tatooine?
Tatooine, the droids. That's
Droids,
hilarious.
Battle droids.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm too dumb to have a regular droid. Because there's settings and shit like that. iPhones are user friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm an addict to Apple. Like I got an iPad because I was like, oh well, now I can read because I've been staring at this little iPhone for so long. And
Yeah.
then they get an iPhone Mini, and my first reaction was to go get that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do I need that?
Yeah.
But I do. There's something inside me that says
Yeah,
no,
okay,
it's more
it's
convenient.
Terrible. I think they brainwash. They got to because I love it. I'm finally in the past 8 years I've had a computer that had the AIDS virus. I had the worst laptop in the entire world.
He gets viruses like
There's
no
something-
other.
My computer was in the Dallas Buyers Club.
No, my computer will literally just turn off. It just won't turn on sometimes. The screen will just go blue and never come back.
What
And
kind is it?
it's a shitty Sony Vaio that I got in 2007. I bought it refurbished. It was the worst. So now I got that job. I got a newer job. I'm saving up money and shit, and I got my tax return coming. So my first two priorities, I want to get my tattoos done, and I want to get a fucking laptop, and I think I'll
Dude, what
finally
do you
be
need
able
a
to.
laptop for though?
I really want one for all of this shit because I
Just to
I
sit here and Google stuff. I think
I was
that'd
gonna
be
say,
Well,
you
that-
could just
that
go
stuff-
cheap and get an iPad.
yeah, but I would rather
Tablet.
just if I'm gonna spend $800 on something, I'd rather just spend
If I'm gonna spend $800,
Yeah.
I'd rather spend $3,000.
yeah, but,
You get a Mac
but
for-
an iPad you can't do as much shit with. I
You can
could
do a lot, man. You
Yeah.
can do a lot now.
listen.
Have you seen the commercials?
Yeah, I see the commercials. You could create a whole symphony and shit like that.
Yeah,
But
I
I want
can't,
to
but they
do
can.
I want to do shit with for the podcast and stuff like that, and maybe sometime I want to get our own equipment eventually because I want to keep doing this. I love it. I think it's fun
The
talking
podcast from
talking to a bunch
from
of people.
iPad.
Whatever. We're not talking about this.
And,
Fuck you.
Our podcast is now on iTunes.
So
Yes. Bring that up.
what?
Now-
oh yeah.
now
Now
it's
we're
audio.
on iTunes and all different podcast apps now, and you
Search
could
I know, I just
PodRatz, or
downloaded
just
that.
search PodRatz.
Yeah, you could
super
download
excited.
it and you could stream them to your phone. So that's
Subscribe
pretty
to
cool.
us.
Do you listen to any other podcasts?
No, you guys are the only one I listen to.
Well, that's
There's
awesome.
a whole
There's
a
world
lot of
of
good ones out
I
there.
tell you
Knowledge.
about Joe Rogan. Anytime we're in there I'm getting tattooed, I talk about him like he's a fucking
I
my
know.
hero.
I get Joe Rogan third party.
Yeah, you need to. For real, I think you would really love listening. You just
There's
you
so
need
many
to
other
try.
good podcasts out.
If
Yeah,
one
it
if
really
one
is.
you would listen to, you need to listen to one with a dude named Pat McGee. He's a special effects artist, and I feel like it's the first
Any
thing.
niche. There's a million tattoo podcasts. I'm sure there's a million. There's so many niches.
That might not be a good thing, that Million Tattoo Podcast.
I actually found a YouTube
Yeah.
subscription of a guy that teaches you how to tattoo step by step.
Wow.
Is he good or is he bad?
No, he doesn't even know like what to call shit. Like, he's like this thingy that goes
Now,
on
what's
this
it like
car.
for you for being like an awesome tattooer? Do you see people with a bunch of shitty tattoos? Like it's terrible. It's
Man, yeah, and people are just uneducated. They don't know what to look for.
Yeah.
And I know that I did. I didn't educate my clients when I first started tattooing them.
Yeah.
I was working in Southside, and it's like really cutthroat. So it's like you're willing to cut a little off, or you're willing to sacrifice a lot more. So as you get more professional and you get better, you have to re-educate all the people that you taught bad habits to. As far as getting tattoos. So, and I think that's every tattooer originally teaches bad habits, because it's like, oh, well, I got to make money to survive, especially when you first start.
Yeah.
But every time I tattoo someone, I go through a consultation. I try to educate them, stick to my guns. As long as they know what I'm worth.
Because I feel like there's not a lot of people that do that. People just want money, and like they don't really care about giving someone a shitty tattoo.
Yeah,
I see them.
too. Shitty
That
tattoos
Facebook
everywhere.
I showed you whenever I came in there last time with that Jesus that had it was like a Jesus with like tits. It looked like,
That's right.
and it was just terrible. But
Well, I want to know, what are your face tattoos? Because that's some Mike Tyson level tattooing.
This one over here,
Like an hourglass.
yeah, it's just an hourglass, which
Okay.
I thought was cool. It was done by a really awesome tattooer,
Yeah.
Jason Lambert, who works down at or owns Black Hat with his wife, Kara. He did that for me one night after we went and got Chinese food down in.
is that spur of the moment type thing?
Yeah. I mean, that's just how like those, like they just roll. You know what I mean? Like they're just like yes people.
Well, that's cool.
And they're go-getters, and that's what drew me to them. And same with my buddy Bryce.
Yeah, I met him too. He's the man.
Yeah, that dude is the most stand-up, awesome guy I ever met. I could spend every day with that guy. And he did these ones.
Yeah, and
over
what's
here.
the other one?
They're just some initials, stand for Eddie Would Go,
Okay.
which is kind of like a philosophy I inherited from the islands.
That's cool.
But Bryce, man, that dude. Anybody that spends like 10 minutes with that dude is like.
I was getting my
wants to
leg
hang out with
tattoo.
him all
He
the
knew
time.
exactly what the movie was, and he was talking to me about it. He's a cool dude. He got some wild tattoos, but people, so you said you get judged a lot, probably, or you get like looked at wrong because you have a lot of tattoos. Like
Yeah.
your fucking arms are covered. You have are your legs covered?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. Yeah, and you got your chest on and everything like that. So you're fucking tattooed. You got a bunch of them. Now, but there's some tattoo artists that don't have like any tattoos, like barely.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that's weird. I remember I asked you about that. Like, what's your opinion on like that? I feel like you need to be tattooed.
Yeah, it's almost like the bald barber situation.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
it. That's funny.
But you know what? It really is personal preference. I feel like if I should have waited, and not got all these tattoos so quickly, because then I probably would have room for some of the artists that I really, really enjoy.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
18. I was 18.
Yeah.
And then it was just downhill. I immediately, like, every month I was back getting tattooed.
Did you ever do any tattoos on yourself?
I did one on myself when I first started, just to see how I tattooed and
Yeah.
kind of get a personal feel for it.
Is it weird tattooing yourself? Like
Yeah, I
knowing-
don't like it.
Yeah.
It was immediately like, oh no, that hurts.
Yeah.
And I stopped it. It's I don't know. One of these days I thought about going back in and fixing it up, but I know
What's-
so many awesome tattooers that'll do it for me now.
Yeah.
What's the worst the worst place on your body that you got tattooed?
My neck was atrocious. It was
Yeah.
it was so bad.
I feel like there's some people that are like, man, I love getting tattoos. Can't wait to feel that. Fuck you. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
It doesn't
that's
feel
what's
good.
wrong.
It doesn't feel good. It
love
might
it.
not
Fuck
hurt.
you. I
Some
love it.
places like might not hurt as bad, but it doesn't feel good. That's it. Does not feel good.
No, I feel like from the minute it starts, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, that last appointment I had, I was like dizzy. Fucking, it was the worst pain ever. But it was definitely worth it. I love it. I love my tattoos.
Yeah, I've been, I guess in the last few years, just really finding artists that I admire and getting tattooed by them.
Yeah.
And mainly they just have to be good people and good tattooers, because you could be an amazing tattooer and still be a dick.
Yeah.
You know, and I just won't.
Now, since you're tattooers, what's your take on like the whole like ink master type thing?
Man, I don't speak for all tattooers, but I feel like tattooing is like a self-expression.
Yeah.
It should stay underground.
Yeah.
It should keep that mentality, because now like you get to the point where it's like, oh well, I see this on TV all the time, and I remember when you would walk into a tattoo shop and you'd immediately know to be respectful.
Yeah.
You don't ask prices, you just kind of go in there and, that's just how it was. But now, like, people can walk from shop to shop trying to get the lowest price on their tattoo. And a lot of times they'll get that. They'll be like, well, the guy down the street said he'd do it for this.
Yeah.
And then communities are educating the public in a really bad manner. And I think that's exactly how Ink Masters is, or any of those shows that are saying, okay, well, you have to get this entire tattoo done in this amount of time and it has to look perfect. When that's not the case at all, you know what I mean? Like, most of the tattoos that I've seen on those episodes, man, they look nice. I mean, and tattoos are supposed to have flaws. It's just how they go. There's always, when your body is done healing it, it's gonna have a flaw. Like, there's somewhere, even if it's the most minute, because it's unrealistic. Like, we're putting a foreign element into your body, and your body is
it's weird to think
rejecting
about
it
that,
and trying to heal it and keep it all at the same
You're
time.
just jamming colored ink in your leg with a bunch of needles. It's
Yeah.
weird to think about.
Yeah, it's not natural. It's just not. But we do it because it looks beautiful.
And it's something. It's literally the only thing you could ever have for the rest of your entire life. Like, that will always be with you, even if you didn't have fucking clothes. You always have that tattoo. That's instantly holds its value forever.
What's worse is you'll have people coming in and they'll be like, oh man, I want to get this tattoo. It should only take you about an hour. And it's like, oh, really?
Yeah, you can tell me what's going on. But and it's ridiculous. Like, I have some friends even that like have went to people that were like basement style tattoo artists, and they're getting their stuff done just because it was like, oh, they're doing it for free.
Yeah.
Like, I could never do that.
Dude, there's no sterilization in that basement.
Yeah, I
There's
can
just
never. And even that, like, I wasn't even talking about that, but even that, but like, I would want something that's gonna be with you forever. You want something, gotta have something awesome. And I'm completely happy with it. What's like one of your favorite tattoos that you've done lately that you were just like blown away by? I know they're all good, but I know you have to have a favorite.
I would say the last one, man. I did this Chihuahua.
Yeah.
That with the yellow background that I really liked. I would say that all the stuff that I've been doing lately has been really great. I've been doing those fish.
Yeah.
With all the
I see all
flowers
that
on them. I'm really loving those. Yeah, I just feel like I've been on a really good path lately.
Yeah, it's good. I love I love on your Instagram you have all different kinds of random stuff. Like,
do you know that that girl Jill
Keenest?
I think, is that her? That
She got the mermaid on her ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with that.
Yeah,
Like,
it was awesome. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Jill got a big ass piece on her ribs of her
Oh, wow.
of like a mermaid. It's
That's
really
cool.
awesome.
Dude, and let me tell you, that girl didn't budge.
Really?
She sat like a champ the entire time.
Well, that's awesome.
And I usually
Was that the first tattoo she got?
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought. And yeah, she just fucking, and her ribs are like covered. It like blew me away when I seen it. I was like, holy fuck, like that had to hurt.
Yeah.
That's definitely, everyone says her ribs hurt. Yeah, your ribs tattooed?
I do. I have an outline on them.
Do they suck? I mean, do they suck getting them tattooed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as the neck though.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
She fucking went through it because I knew two other girls that are tattooed that they were like, oh, I can't deal with it. They got like a tattoo on their foot, but that's crazy. There's people, like, I asked them this whenever I was in there before. There's people that would like go in and get a tattoo, and like, if it hurts so bad and you can't deal with it, they just like don't finish it, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times people just don't finish things.
That's
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I could never do that. I could never just like not have this shit done. Like, it bothers me that this isn't done. Like, people will see it and like ask about it, and like it's just like I just feel like there's a little bit missing. It's almost there. So like I would want to get it done all the time. Like, I want to get so many tattoos, but it's just like time and money. You got to be.
When you get the ball rolling and you're like, you just start getting new tattoos before old tattoos are finished.
That's what I didn't want to do.
Yeah, because then things just don't get finished. You have all these unfinished pieces on you.
I knew that if I would have got something else, that like
I'm too indecisive to like get any more tattoos. I don't know. I think of too many things, and I'm like, no, maybe not. I don't know. I just feel indecisive about it.
It's a conundrum when you have just like way too many hobbies or too many things you like.
Yeah.
You're like trying to fit 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's my favorite saying.
Trying to. It would be hard to like. I have a lot of different ideas, but it would be hard to like decide which one would be next and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you don't know if you're gonna move to Hawaii yet?
I don't know. I mean, eventually, my biggest thing is, my kid only has a few years left of high school.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's doing really good, and she's got some really good friends, and she's happy, and she's responsible, and she has a job, and part of me just doesn't want to take her out of that. Because if I ship her all the way over to Hawaii,
it does suck
start over.
moving in schools and
especially
stuff.
this late.
Yeah, I did it in 6th grade, and that's because you're a cool fucking dad. Like you would like. I feel like a lot of older parents and stuff like that might not take that into consideration as much, but like you kind of have that like it would be cool to move there, but like you have a whole life here, a whole set of friends, a whole set of like you put in so much time. It would be crazy to like have to deal with all that and being in a new place.
Yeah, because I'll be working, and she won't have anybody. She won't know anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So what is she gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, I could put her in school, and maybe she'll make some friends, or maybe she won't. But she's so far at the end already that all those people already have friends, and then
she already
is she gonna go to
so many relationships with people.
Yeah,
like over her school years.
And it sucks being someone new in school for a while.
Oh, yeah, it definitely sucks.
Yeah, until you start meeting people,
Yeah.
you're the fucking weird kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll be graduated by the time she gets around to that. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the main thing.
And she's in 10th grade.
Yeah.
It's a couple more years.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool that like you're taking the time to think about all this, because that's a big movie. But like, I feel like with how many times you've been out there?
8.
And you love it.
Oh yeah.
It's your favorite place in the world.
It is, but I don't know if, like I said, I feel like my kid is more important.
Don't know if that trumps the life of your child. And that's cool though. It's cool that you're doing that eventually. There's many more years, hopefully.
I know that my kid is resilient, and I know that she would adapt to it. But I guess long-term effects is what I'm more worried about.
Right.
Because you find those friends, and you find the good ones by this time, and then you start to, those are the ones you keep forever. And if you grow up, I mean, imagine growing up without a best friend. I mean, that just sounds like the worst idea ever.
Yeah, you'd start having imaginary friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'd be one of them weirdos talking to themselves in the mall.
Right?
Yeah.
So
like, when are you gonna decide that?
Like,
when were you supposed to leave?
To be honest, I feel like I already decided it. I just won't verbalize it out loud.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with my own intuition lately, not following my gut feeling. So my sister gave me a bunch of exercises to learn how to follow my gut. So that's basically what I'm doing. So it's just a matter of, I'm supposed to go out the first week of March, but there's some financial issues with going out there in March, just because of the how much plane tickets cost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And shipping me and I want to take my kid out there so she can experience it.
Yeah, see it a little bit.
But then I go right back out in July, so it's almost too close. Like, I might just wait till July, but July was when I was supposed to move. So I feel like my decision's already been made. You know what I mean? I just won't.
Yeah. Say that it's set in stone.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be crazy if you left, but I would be happy for you. But if not,
I really do. I love Pittsburgh. I hate the winter. I have probably the most amazing clients in Pittsburgh. They're just all really fantastic.
I love Pittsburgh too. It does suck. It sometimes like the winter and shit like that, but
Definitely.
other than that,
Yeah.
like I love fall here. Like there's just
Oh yeah.
like we don't have to deal with a bunch of shit like tornadoes or anything insane like that. It's really not that bad of a place. And we might think it's like me and my friends will sit around and be like, "Oh, it's fucking boring
Do
here."
we have any natural disasters here?
Not really, no. So like we're
Yeah, no,
we're
not
good
really.
both ways.
We've had a tornado.
When?
That's right.
When's the last time?
West Mifflin went through Kennywood.
That was like a
tore off
microburst and shit
The
like
roof of the whip.
yeah, and killed someone.
Yeah,
it's
That's
very,
wild.
very
yeah,
rare.
that was crazy. I remember that.
But like, it's not that bad of a place.
Nah.
Everyone says it's boring, but I'm sure that if someone moves somewhere else, like it's boring everywhere. There's
No, this city
shitty
has a
bars
lot-
everywhere.
This city has a lot to offer, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's cool, and they say that like Pittsburgh's one of the best places to live. I'm like, I don't know, I like it. It's definitely a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done me really well. So I feel like I could only grow stronger here.
Hmm
You know,
And
even if I stay.
you have a good customer base here. You
I
have
do,
like
I do, I love
you're
it.
and you're a bigger name. Like people know your name in the tattoo community.
I think they do. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that don't like me now. I feel like that's
Fuck them.
yeah. I don't know. When I was working in the South Side, you know what I mean. Like, I just hustled.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I
get
mean,
angry.
like, you do what you got to do.
I agree.
Everyone does it. Everyone does it. It's whatever. What's it like on time?
Hour and a half.
Is it?
Yep.
Like exactly?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's
we should
wild.
end it
Close.
soon.
I mean,
Well, yeah, you want to
Yeah.
wrap it up in a little bit? So, your tattoo shop is in Dormont, Milestone Tattoo. What's, does it have the address? What's the address? Tell
No, it's,
someone about it.
It's 1405 Potomac Avenue. It's right next to the Dormont Florist
Hmm
and the frozen yogurt place.
It's an awesome
Which is
spot.
awesome.
I love it there. You have art in there that you have for sale and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's like your own, like, art shop you do tattoos out of.
I do. Yeah, it's like I said, it's like tattooing out of my living room.
You do any paintings lately? Anything crazy?
I've been working on a lot more of like lightsabers. I've
Yeah?
been painting a lot of lightsabers.
There you go.
That's awesome. They're really cool looking, and those things go fast. You said,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people want them. How big are they usually?
They're life size.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's cool.
I just started painting a life size R2D2 as well,
That's fucking awesome.
just for fun.
Sick.
Yeah.
What do you like? How do you ever just go off with like a canvas and just like have no idea what you're about to paint and just fucking do it?
I feel like that's every painting I paint.
Every painting
I
you
just
do?
don't know what I'm doing, and I hope that it comes out looking
Yeah.
the way I think it's going to.
Like, what's the process like for you if someone came in and said like, oh, I want like a fucking, I don't know, something ridiculous. They want a pirate ship with a big octopus like crushing it. Like, what do you do? Like, what's your first process to do it? Do you just like look up references and stuff like that, or do you?
Normally, I just start sketching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever pops into your mind.
Yeah, if I run into a problem, like if, like depending on like if I'm doing a ship and it's being destroyed, like how the wood would fracture,
Hmm
you know,
Yeah.
I'd probably
Look it up.
research,
Yeah.
research something like that, just to make sure that I had it accurate. But I'd
Yeah.
pretty much try to draw everything from scratch,
Yeah.
which is how I spend most of my nights. It's just
Yeah,
drawing
that's
all
what I
night.
told you. Like whenever I went in, I just told you what I wanted in it, and I said fit it the way you would want to do it, and it comes out awesome.
I think so. I think your tattoo is probably one of my favorites too.
I like it. Thank you.
So-
That means a lot to me.
Good.
That means a lot to me. I definitely, no chance of me ever getting anyone else. I love it. I love the vibes, everything. You got an awesome shop now. Oh, he wanted to know what that fucking bubble tea was about.
Oh yeah.
Bubble
Yeah, we
tea
forgot
is
about
like a
that.
milk tea. I always get honeydew with tapioca in it, and it's just tea.
What is bubble tea though? Like what?
They call it bubble
How's
tea,
it
but it's
different?
What is it?
tapioca.
Is it tea?
Well, it's tea. It's a drink. It's
You
a
said it's a
drink.
milk tea.
It's
there's
like a
in
milk
it?
tea. It's a creamy tea.
Okay.
And they have all different kinds of flavors and shit. And they got these things. They give you a big ass straw, and they're floating in there, and they're black balls.
Huh.
And you drink them, and they go like up your straw and shit like that. And it's a
Yeah.
it's a tapioca
Wow.
like taste, but it's weird because they're like these big ass things in your mouth.
The texture is really strange.
Yeah, it's very very.
You
it's
get
very,
too
very
many balls
different.
in your mouth.
Yeah.
Tastes weird.
I was trying to not say that. It's like, yeah, because I knew everyone was like, yeah, fucking, you got balls in your mouth, dude.
You got tapioca
But
balls
like,
in your
it's
mouth.
it's real like, there's nothing like it. It's just
Interesting.
weird drinking it and like having all that shit in your mouth. It's like chewing a bunch of gummy bears.
Yeah.
but it is awesome. They got a place next to his shop. That's why I told him about it, because I asked him the one day.
I see.
But
Yeah, it's pretty good.
we definitely need to go play pool one day at Breakers
Yeah.
and do something. And I'm gonna have to make an appointment here soon. This needs to be done.
So
Pretty-
should people follow your Instagram or Twitter or what?
I have a
Should you
Twitter,
throw
but I
out-
never used it.
Nah.
Yeah.
Everything on my Instagram. I pretty much update that.
What is it,
What's your
Michael Patrick?
Michael Patrick
Tattoos?
Tattooist.
Yeah, and on Facebook and stuff like that. Everyone should go to him.
Yeah, it's pretty much just tattoos and my Jeep.
Yep. Yeah, your GP. That's
I
like
love that.
that's your new thing.
Yeah.
You always do. He's done so much work to this thing. I always see it on.
I asked
Instagram.
if you would be able to make it today, and Barry was like, "No, fuck it. He lives for this shit."
Yeah, because you got that Jeep. I see you always out doing something with it. That's cool though. It's cool you got something like that to do. I need to think of a new hobby to do.
Yeah, that's my hobby, I guess, right now. When I get into hobbies, I get into
Yeah,
hobbies.
engulf yourself
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, me
So-
too.
That'd be cool though. But I appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah, thanks.
I know
for
that
coming.
you're a busy guy and you're always booked up and stuff like that, but you came in and talked. I'm happy you did. I'm happy we got to meet up again. You're a very interesting person.
Thank you.
I like always having our conversations. You never know what they're gonna hold. Talk about everything.
That's right.
But I appreciate it, and I guess we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah,
Episode 5, and we'll put it up on YouTube in a couple days.
I'll be on
And-
iTunes in like
Yeah, iTunes.
probably a day.
In a day. Like you said, Michael Patrick, tattooist, Milestone Tattoo.
That's right.
Appreciate you having
Check
you
it
and
out.
you hooking us up. We're gonna have a logo here, designed
Yeah,
by
you
yours
drew
truly,
The PodRatz logo that's in the works.
and it's fucking
Should we
badass.
put it in the camera?
Not yet.
Okay.
Sneak
I'm not
peek.
showing anyone
It's
yet.
a preview. Yeah.
Yeah, but we actually got stickers too. I'll hook you up with a couple
Yeah.
stickers. Ryan Drish, the dude that's in this band. Next week we have some. We try to like get in a bunch of random people. Like that's what my whole
All
idea was.
varieties.
Like I want to have a variety of people, not just like one certain type. Like I want to have my friends on here. Like we want to have our friends, and I'll talk to like random people and just ask them. Like we had that guy who filmed. We had that kid who raps. We got our buddies in like a band. It's like white stripe-ish kind of like something like that. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Whatever, but like he's in a band. They're coming on next week. I've been talking to some comedian. He's supposed to come on the week after, but
That'd be good.
we're trying to get a bunch of people on here and try to get this thing going.
Yeah.
So hopefully this helps. Maybe if this can get you one new client, it'll be
We've done our job.
yeah. Well, we've done our job.
Good.
But like I said, I appreciate it. Thanks again, and that's it. That's it. We're
Yeah.
signing out.
We're out till next week.
See you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.